Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today on Polypoid, it's going to be Larva and Snow. This is the 5th Larva and Snow game that I've ever posted to my channel. I think that's more than I thought. So top right, it's going to be Larva, a purple Zerg player, and in the top left, it is Snow. Now, Snow is an absolute monster. He's been doing so well on the ladder and in major tournaments. And maybe he will win the SSL 1, right? Right. So this is going to be a Patreon game, so I'm going to post it on October 5th for the patrons. And if you're a patron of mine, for at least $1 a month, you can see it earlier than everybody else. So again, if you're watching this October 5th, I appreciate ya. And in the, and then it's going to post on the YouTube channel for everybody in, like, November. Like, November, I don't know, maybe 5th or so. It's a month out, right? So, SSL is ongoing, and maybe Snow got knocked out before you saw this, or I don't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like it is Snow's year today, but Sulky looks very, very good as well. So we got ourselves a gateway opening here. We've got ourselves what looks like, yeah, a hatch first opening here from Larva. And PD the probe here scouting out counterclockwise, which is not the correct direction, but that's a-okay, man. You're not going to lose because you scouted the wrong way. And wow, what the heck, Larva? What are we doing here? Bypassing the natural and making your second hatchery at the third base. What is the rationale here? Let's see, yeah. So Terry the Overlord saw the gateway. And he knows that there are going to be zealots coming in. And how do we defend this? How do we defend this if it gets scouted, Larva? So, mind games, right? Says, okay, so no hatch here. Not a hatch first play. But then this probe comes in and says the pool is not done. So it's a hatch first somewhere. Or Larva fell asleep for like 10 seconds at the beginning of this game. Gah. Are we going to do... Okay, man. 3 hatches. Before Snow even starts his natural base, Larva. This is going to be fairly hard to hold. And Zealot. Rawr, hacking away at the third base. You might remember me saying, how do we defend this third base if it gets scouted? And ta-da! The consequences of your actions, Larva. The Overlord says, okay, he is expanding, so this isn't like a weird 2-gate. And if it was going to be a 2-gate or like a 3-gate before expand, I think this would be canceled. My goodness, what an absolutely crazy opening here from Larva. And you know what? I think Snow's going to let him get away with it. I think Snow could have gone for more aggression here. More zealots. But instead, he just gets some damage done on the third hatch. You know, he's being annoying here, but really just falling back more than anything else. Got a Forge coming in. Really wants to get a cannon up. Cybernetics core not really happening here. Pylon to help with pathing there at the assimilator. So, yo, what a very, very weird opening here. But it seems like we're settling into more normalcy here on Polypoid. This is an RJB replay, so be sure to check him out. youtube.com/@RJB_TV. He supplies most of the replays that I post on the channel, but not all of them. Look for the hashtag RJBTV to know it's an RJB replay. Because it means it's been screened, man. It's been screened by RJB, which means it's good. It's always good. Although, oh, I feel like I posted a game that actually did not quite live up to the RJB seal of approval. So, once it has happened that we've gotten a game from RJB that I wasn't incredibly impressed with. But so far, so good. All right, what do we got? What do we got here, guys? We've got a Cyber Core coming in. Great. Let's see how fast Snow goes for the Reavers in this matchup. Obviously, Reavers are pretty much better against Terran But still pretty strong against Zerg, especially if they don't have a Spire and Scourge and Hydras and Mutas and stuff yet. But at this stage, very irregular Stargate. Going to throw that down, because if you don't open Stargate, then you are at the mercy of the Mutalisks. Lair coming up in the natural base. And you know what, I actually feel okay spoiling this one. So there was a TVZ and SSL, and I think Group B in the round of 16. And I don't exactly remember who the players were. I want to say it was Hero and JYJ. But what Hero did is he threw down a Hydralisk Den in the main base and a Spire in the natural against the Terran. So JYJ, as Terrans do, scanned. He chose whether he was going to scan the natural or scan the main. And Hero noticed the scan came in and saw the Hydra Den in the main base. And so he went Mutas. Because the Hydras have been scouted, the Terran player assumes it's going to be Hydras and Lurkers. And instead it was Mutas, and the missile turrets were late, and it was insane. Like, it was such a high IQ move. I wish I could get access to SSL replays, but they don't give those out, but I really wish they did. Anyway, this is a pretty good hold here from Larva. He's holding, man. He's having a fine time. Like, whatever. He's not even really microing his lings all that much to deal with the guys behind the mineral line. But now a bunch of lings are out. Now getting a third base is extra difficult because you don't have much of anything to defend against a bunch of the lings showing up to your third base. This zealot's heading down, I guess, maybe to see if there's a base down there or what. Corsairs are out hunting the overlords, and it is Mutas. Larva likes going his Mutalisks, doesn't he? He really enjoys going his Mutas against Zerg, and not a huge fan of it, but Larva has earned the benefit of the doubt here. He can pull this off. Not many other Zerg players will I allow to even try it without being really mad about them. Air weapons upgrade coming in. Okay, so I mean, stop me if you've heard this one, but it's +1 Corsairs against Mutalisks. Should be great. Overlord down. Supply blocking Larva. Brutal stuff at this stage of the game. Scourge are out. Hydralisk Den coming in. Zealot legs +1. And here's the power of the Mutas, man. They're good. They need Scourge to defend them against the onslaught of these Corsairs, which will have +1 fairly soon. So yeah, here are the Scourge. Ooh, connected on one of the Ooh, 2 connections. And now the Mutas are like, sure, we'll fight you. Bam! Sniping off a Corsair. Sick play. There we go. 1 Scourge connection was enough to make him feel confident enough to dive in with his Mutas and kill that Corsair. Finish it off. Okay, so Zerg player doing alright, I'd say. Larva on the 3 bases, 33 drones, feeling fine. Doesn't need as many workers as Protoss does at this stage of the game. The units that they can make are really cost efficient, especially those Scourge, especially Hydralisks. At least until Storm starts coming out, and then it gets tougher. But yeah, these are speedlings. So, oh my gosh, surrounding a Zealot is the most difficult thing in all of StarCraft, I swear. How did that guy not get surrounded? Anyway, got ourselves the Temple Archives coming in. Speaking of the Storm, macro hatches here at the third base, macro hatch here at the natural base. No macro hatches in the main base at all. Yep, Storm's coming in. Hydras are being produced 5 at a time, which again is the power of the Zerg. That's what they can do. And let's see how this does. Is he almost waiting for the Mutas and the Scourge and the Lings and the Hydras to maybe work together to try to bust this front door? Snow has not been able to get a third base at all. That Zealot attack of his that went into the natural base of Larva did not do anything. And in fact, it prevented him from getting a third base entirely. So, man, I really feel like if he'd kept those Zealots back here, he could have taken a third. And there really wouldn't have been anything that Larva could have done to stop that with the Zealots protecting it. But instead they all died, and now he can't take a third anywhere. And the longer the game goes on to be on 2 bases, the worse it is for you Snow fans. Can't be too pleased about the current state of things, right? Corsair Ball, intimidating. Oh, here we go. The Mutas, Scourge, no connections. Mutas are probably not making it out of here alive. But, okay, they're just going to do a beautiful split. 1 Muta dies, and he can't catch us all if we split. Oh, that's good. That is good. Takes me back to the teenage days, man. Cop would show up and everybody would be like, split! And everybody would run a different direction. And guess what? You can't catch everyone. I don't know. Kids do that anymore. My kids don't seem to, like, go out and just do stuff. I don't know what it is. Maybe video games got too good. A lot of people just stay inside playing the video games. And hey, I play the video games, so I'm not, like, you know, not coming after anyone here in particular, obviously. Yeah, so 100,000 Hydralisks now exist for Larva, looking pretty good here. And I'm just waiting for a third base from Snow somewhere. The vision here from Larva is checking to make sure there's not a third base. Excellent. Singularity Charge coming in. Kid Iron Amulet on the way here too. Storm is the only thing that stands between Snow and absolute devastation. Because with this number of Hydras, even these Zealots aren't feeling comfortable. They don't like dealing with this many Hydralisks. But yeah, man, we're at 11 minutes and there's not a third base yet. I am really waiting. Ooh, High Templars to be sniped. High Templars to be sniped. Nope, they're going to get storms off first, friends. And there are a lot of High Templar here. So the fallback, okay, hang on. Hang on. A bunch of Hydras survived that engagement. That High Templar has a storm. It's got a storm. It's got a storm. It's got a storm. And it does get its storm off and not actually die. Oh, it does get sniped at the end there. That was tough. Okay, Hydras are back. Hey, do you like this gateway? Do you like this plus one? That is +2. +2 attack coming in. Corsairs hunting around, trying to find Overlords to kill. They're all parked by these Hydras, though, so that's not going to happen. Zealots coming out here. They're like, we'd really like our +2 to finish, please. And the Hydras say, I don't know if we have enough numbers to fight you. Yeah, he's trying to kite, but kiting against fast stuff totally sucks. It's not as good. Ooh, more Hydras coming in. Do this forge. Ah, the upgrade did finish. Okay, so never mind. He got it. Oh, no. Did he cancel it? Oh, my God. Or was he working on... Oh, I think he was working on +1 armor, and that finished. Okay, good. Totally fine. Getting +1 armor when you wanted it is going to be a major victory here for Snow, but the dude is on 2 bases. I cannot emphasize this enough. It was bad at 9 minutes that he was on 2 bases, but now it... I mean, look. From another perspective, it's okay, right? Oh, Corsairs taking some hits. Muta's definitely dying there. Look, the other perspective is that the Zerg's only on 3 bases, right? This is not a 4-basing, 5-basing Larva. This is a 3-basing Zerg and a 2-basing Protoss. Should be able to handle it. So we'll see what we get here. More gateways getting thrown up inside 2 bases. I mean, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's going to be 10 gates on 2 bases here. He'd really love to throw up a third soon. I can feel it. We're back into Mutas. Okay. Corsair count not very good. They've been getting picked off by Hydras for the last couple of minutes. And now Mutas are actually pretty fantastic here. Dragoon count's a little bit intimidating. Mutas don't trade at all that well against the Dragoons. But if the Mutas can snipe the High Templar, then everything for Snow dies here. Desperately trying to get a third base up here at 1330. Let's see if Larva is going to try to shut that thing down. Oh my gosh, another Corsair died. Every Corsair that died makes the effectiveness of these Mutas go up about 20,000%. They're so much better now than they were 20 seconds ago. Yeah, I think he might just take a 4th base. Maybe not go for this 3rd. Oh, Mutas diving. Okay, maybe don't stop flying, though. Good grief, guys. Okay, well, you got a High Templar. You got 2 High Templar in exchange for, I don't know, 4 Mutas and everybody being incredibly injured. Oh, that was tough. That was a tough look for Larva. And yeah, taking the splash damage from these Corsairs is going to be a problem too. But all right, I guess we sniped enough High Templar. Larva decides we sniped enough High Templar. Let's go. And now high ground High Templar do exist here, though. And good storm. Great storm. They're always good from Snow. It's never a bad storm from Snow. Right, some DTs coming out trying to save the day, but Overlords exist. Invisible guys aren't going to be invisible anymore. Mutas dive onto the 3rd base and get some hits off on, I guess, maybe a High Templar there. How much Storm is available? Is that it? That might be it for Storm. We're making Archons on the battlefield. Mass Hydra pretty great against Archons. As it turns out, I think Snow might just end up losing this 3rd. And then where is he going to be? In a bad place. That's where. Ooh, Overlord died. Okay, hang on. Hang on. DT's getting 3 hacks here. There's an Overlord right there. There's an Overlord in the general vicinity. Oh, man. All right. So the Hydras snipe a High Templar. They snipe a cannon. This Overlord does not join the party to save them against the DTs. 5 kills on that High Templar, or Dark Templar, and then we turn it into a Dark Archon. Let's go. I mean, you need to research Maelstrom if it's going to have any use here against the Zerg, but maybe he did a second ago and I missed it. Mutas are like, where'd the High Templar go? Where'd the DTs go? I don't know. Muta's just kind of taking hits that otherwise would go into these Hydras. 104 to 91 supply. Snow is up. His 3rd base is mining. That's huge for him. Larva never did get that 4th base. He decided to go for the kill on the 3rd, and it's not working out for him. The Mass Hydra Muta strat not actually working out too well, and Snow is getting the upper hand. Yeah, 1-1 upgrades doing great against these Hydras with +2 attack, no armor. Another Overlord goes down. Dark Archon looking extremely cool, as always. And a 4th base coming up from Snow before... Actually, no, there's a 4th base here from Larva that just popped. So, got a 4th base. 4th base warping in now on the left side for the Protoss. And he's just got to defend. I mean, at this stage, Larva sending a drone up here. That's just a bad rally, obviously. No... There we go. Lurkers are coming in, but no sign of a Queen's Nest for a Hive yet. Here at 16 minutes. But, I mean, the man didn't go Mass Hydra. He went Hydra Mutalisk. Always a big fan of that. Look at Snow immediately recognizing the threat and running his Zealots away instead of letting them get dragged into a terrible engagement for them. Crazy impressive. So at this stage, I assume Maelstrom's been researched, because he's just kind of tooling around with the Dark Archon and not... If he doesn't have Maelstrom, there's no point to that. So I don't know. Yeah, this group kind of getting sandwiched between cannons and a ton of Zealots. Never good. Do you have enough DPS to just snipe the Nexus? Actually, Hydra DPS against buildings is disgusting. Ah, he Lurker egged the ramp too, so they can't come up and save it. Okay, that's big. Big win for Larva. He does end up getting the Nexus, and now Snow's in trouble. Snow was feeling all right about 20 seconds ago. A bunch of probes get sniped. Worker count is 47 to 41 now in favor of the Zerg. What a fantastic attack. Oh, he kills another probe. 47 to 38 workers. Immediately replanting that Nexus is our guy, Snow. But does he have enough to defend this particular area and keep his 4th base clear? I don't know that he does. I think Larva might actually get this win. He's up big time. His economy is great. He's got the 4 base. He's got a 5th base coming down. And then the counter argument here is Storm exists, Falcon. So what did you think was going to happen here? It's a fair point, I guess. Ooh, and some Zealots coming down to the 5th base to shut it down, too. Oh, look at all these transferring drones. They are all extraordinarily dead. Hang on. He recognized the threat. He's not going to move the drones into the Zealots unless it's trying to save the hatch. Just buying time to keep the hatch alive. That's all we're doing, folks. And he is going to save it. All right, man. Okay, so Lurker, Hydra, Muta. 2 kills Zealot before he goes down. Saves the base. Snow decides to push on the 4th. Got some Lurkers here, but there is no Dark Swarm, so, you know, Dragoons are going to be great. We know how this thing works from a ZVP perspective. Are there enough Hydra? So much Storm all the time. Storming the drones from the low ground is always a good move. Is the Dark Archon here just to kind of keep the Mutas away? Like, he didn't... Oh, never mind. We got the Maelstrom. Maelstrom is done. And then a big counterattack up here. High Templar are covering this area. Cannons down. Trying to get in a position to be super annoying. Ooh, sorry about that mouse movement. Lurkers. Trying to cause some issues here, too. Hydra's targeting what? Probes? Looks like they're going after probes. Rather than trying to snipe the Nexus. They don't have the time to do that with the Zealots hacking away at them like this. So, absolutely not. Okay, excellent. Excellent hold there from Snow. Still 52 to 35 workers, though. The advantage in the workers is good. This base staying alive for Larva was big. This base not going down was also humongous. And it's a bigger army for Snow, but this economy of a Larva is going to help him a lot. Being able to remax, continue to fight. Yeah, everything's looking good. Looking great. Man, this is a close one. This is a tough game to call. Thanks again, RJB, for the replay, and be sure to check him out at his YouTube channel. Yeah, I think Larva's going to win here. Okay, sniping an Archon very, very easily. 2-1 upgrades for these Hydras, and then playing catch-up here is Snow. Lurkers, we've got an Observer, we've got ourselves a nice Maelstrom. But what is there to follow it up? Man, Maelstrom, we got out of it alive, say these Hydralisks. What is going on? And GG, Snow taps out. Yo, what the heck? What happened? No. We got to look at that position. But yo, hit the like button if you enjoyed that game. Larva pulls it out. Great economy from him. Really keeping Snow on 2 bases as long as he did was also a massive factor. But what happens here? He comes in. Archon dies immediately. Cannons are no match for 2-1 Hydralisks. Just cannon down, cannon down, cannon down. But yeah, you're in a position to get up here and save this thing. Great Maelstrom again. Yes, fine, wonderful. Oh, no, there's a Lurker Egg on the ramp. Oh, there's another Lurker Egg on the ramp. But he kills that one, and then he GG's. So right here, he's just like, well, I guess I've opened my way to getting up this ramp and maybe saving this Nexus, which still, by the way, has almost all of his HP. I mean, it's going to be a small window he's got to get up this ramp and take down these Hydras, but the man has High Templar. He's got 2 Storms on that High Templar. Come on. He's got some Archons to do some damage. The Dragoons maybe not so great. It's tough. It's a tough GG timing, I think, but it's entirely possible. He tries to get up the ramp. The pathing is stupid for him. The Nexus goes down. He gets knocked down to 3 bases, and Larva's on 5. And he was already down in workers anyway, so trying to continue to hold here was just not worth playing out. So, GG, man. Larva getting that win. And yeah, I do think that early Zealot attack of Snow's, where he tried to push on the natural base, got caught out by a bunch of Lings right here. All the Zealots died. And then he couldn't safely get a 3rd base forever. For so long. And then the Mutas got some work done. They were okay. The Corsairs all died. Some High Templar got sniped. And Larva just kind of built his win from there. Nicely done. Absolutely impressive. Impressive stuff. All right, what do we got here? 167,000 points, 149,000 points in favor of Snow. Snow leads. He ends up killing 283 units today. Yeah, so he killed a whole bunch of Larva. But the building's raised by the Zerg player. A massive shutout there. And the outspend of about 10,000 resources, a little bit less than that, in 21 minutes is a good number. It's a great number for Larva. So he gets the win. He plays extremely well here. He always plays Snow well, right? I'm always really happy to cast these games because, you know, a lot of PvZ, Snow just kind of rolls it, but not against Larva. He's the guy. So thumbs up to Larva getting the win in this Patreon cast. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.